exactly what makes it to be a personal property trust? What is it that makes that? Because we already know the land trust, we go to the IRS and that becomes, the EIN number and all of that. But
Mhm.
what is it that makes the personal property trust?
It's not even necessarily the title, first off, but it's actually the asset that's being held in the trust that will make it a personal property trust or a land trust, living revocable trust, because real estate is real property. Okay, so that has to go into a land trust first. It can't go into a personal property trust first, because real estate is real property. That's how it's described in legal terms, real property, right? So your other assets are your bank account, your coin collection, your car, any other asset really that you put value to is personal property. Legally, it's personal property. So there's two things that change in the trust. It's the title, right, from a land trust to a personal property trust. But in addition to that, there's a UCC1 financing statement, financing lien verbiage in the personal property trust. It's in paragraph 1 of the personal property trust that allows for the trustee to lien the income coming in initially, and it's a protection. So that's what converts the language there. But the main thing is, what is the asset that's in the trust? When you have a personal property trust and you have an asset in that personal property trust, you're also going to use a bill of sale. Okay, so that bill of sale is for any sort of transaction with personal property. So that's one of the differences as well, because there is no bill of sale with the land trust, because you're not selling personal property. Okay. Well, what was your other question though, Legend?
Oh, because I was reading, and it gave me confused. So when you go and ask for the EIN in the land trust, right? Then when you're gonna open the bank account, then we have to use that EIN again to request another TIN, which is the trust identification number.
So it's tax identification number. That's what the TIN stands for. But so let me separate these here. So when you buy a house subject to, right, you're gonna buy it in a land trust, but you're gonna get a TIN or EIN. It's called both, TIN, EIN, tax identification number, employee identification number. That's what that means. You're gonna get the EIN for the land trust and the house with the social security number of your seller, right? Okay, that's it. Now, when you go get your bank account, on the other hand, remember, our bank account is slightly different in that, well, it's really way different, because that's our money. It's our money, but also that personal property trust that we start the bank account with, we're gonna be the trustee of that, and we're gonna be the beneficiary of that personal property trust. So we're gonna use our social security number and all of that for our money in that personal property trust bank account. Your land trust that owns the house, that also has an EIN from your seller's social security number. That's wholly separate though. That's a whole separate thing from our personal property trust and our bank account. Now, where they kind of come together is only that when we get paid from our house, we're gonna get paid, comma, as agent, right? That's why it's always comma as agent. So then when we take that check, that money order or whatever to our bank that we're the trustee of and the beneficiary, that comma as agent check, that thing ain't got no problem going in, because we're agent, trustee, beneficiary, and every else.
Okay.
And just one more thing. The bank account trust, it's a whole separate trust. So that trust isn't doing any business. It's not known out in the world or anything. It's just the money, just the bank account. So nobody writes a check to our bank account name. They just write the check to us as agent, not the we'll just say the Vega the Vega personal or the Vega Management Personal Property Trust, they're not writing a check to that. That's a private entity. Nobody even knows about our personal property trust bank account. Make sense?
It will be written to Emilio Vega as agent or Legend
Boom.
Vega as agent.
As agent, yep, because you guys are always the glue of the deal anyway, right? And so that way you have no problems depositing those checks in that checking account. Nobody even knows where your money is. Like, let's just say you got sued as Emilio Vega and Legend Vega, they wouldn't sue you as agent, but they would try to sue you like anybody. I mean, people sue in America for nothing, but if you're landlording or owning houses, the potential is there. So let's just say you had a judgment against you, right? Emilio Vega and Legend Vega had a judgment against you. They said you owed some money. You didn't pay that money. So they went to your bank and said, hey, we're going to freeze this bank account because here's a court order from the judge. Here's the judgment. You would say, well, that ain't this bank account. That's not this bank account because Emilio Vega and Legend Vega don't even bank here. We don't bank here. The personal property trust banks here, but not what this judgment is. So they would look at that. They would have to look at that again in the event that they did freeze your account. They would have to look at that again, apologize profusely, and unfreeze it because that bank account has nothing to do with you as the person. It's a beautiful thing. It's protection, 100%.